Hey everyone, it's JLS. In this video, I'm going to show you how to virtualize different operating systems underneath a Debian-based system using QEMU, KVM, and Burp Manager. So in the last video, I was using Linux Mint. I have actually switched to using vanilla Debian. So everything from the last tutorial does work, but there might be some extra stuff you have to install, just because vanilla Debian is a bit of a bare bones distro. The desktop environment is also a little different. Instead of using the Cinnamon desktop environment, I'm using the QEMU desktop environment. Autistic stuff aside, I'm going to show you how to do this. Alright, so as you see, we have our terminal up. Just ran the screen capture commands. You can see the general statistics for the distro. But what you're going to do first, and I just did this prior to recording, you are going to run these two commands, so sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade. You're going to copy and paste it into your terminal, and you're going to type in your password. So as I said, I already did this, and you're going to upgrade your packages, which again, I've already done. Then we are going to copy and paste under step 2, sudo apt install QEMU KVM, libvirt daemon, system libvirt CLI clients, bridge utils, burp manager. Make sure you actually get the entire line. And copy and paste it. Again, I've already done it. This should only, depending on your system, should only take maximum a couple of minutes. It's really not. It doesn't take long. As far as the sudo add user libvirt and KVM, under Debian, it does naturally work. So before you run these two commands, run this under step 4, run sudo systemctl status libvirt d, just to make sure everything installed correctly, which it did. So what we're going to do is now close out the terminal. Just close out your terminal. That's one of the things I love about this distro. You're going to come over here, you're going to go into Virtual Machine Manager, you can also type it in. Under Debian, you're going to have to type in your password. On other systems, you might not have to because you're already using it, so we're going to type this in. And now we are going to install VM. So what we're going to do is we're going to click this first, create a new virtual machine icon. So it's going to ask for local install media, ISO, or CD-ROM. We're going to click forward, browse, and we're going to browse local, other locations. So on my computer, I have it on my second SSD, my ISO files. Here we go. So I actually have a bunch of different distros under here. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to install Fedora Workstation 43. So as you see, it comes up automatically. If your distribution, so like let's say you're installing something archaic and it doesn't automatically come up, you can uncheck this, click the search, and just, click the search box and type in whatever base your distro is or your operating system. So like, let's say you're running BSD. Actually, BSD should automatically detect. That's okay. So we're going to automatically detect this. We're going to click forward. So it's going to ask you about directories. You're just going to say no. Don't ask about this again. Then it's going to add errors. So this is permissions. Operation not permitted. VM will fail to start up. Don't ask about the directories. Since the permissions are a little weird, you might have some problems. If you run into those, just check your check the system, make sure everything's working properly. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 4 cores, so that's 8 threads, 4 cores and 8 gigabytes of RAM, so that is 8096. So one of the things I don't like about this installer is that it uses megabytes for memory. Honestly, I mean, that's pretty standard, but for new users especially, it's a bit of a hassle. If you need to know how many gigs something is, type in GB to MB converter into your web browser of choice. On Google, it should have the same thing as DuckDuckGo, so where you type in 4 gigabytes, so gigabyte to megabyte, it's 1 times 1000, but if you look at the search system right here, it says 1024, so you're just multiplying that by 1024. So yeah, 4096 for your for that. So we're gonna tab back over to Virtual Machine Manager. We're gonna click forward. Now it's gonna ask for disk size. Again, I'm just using this for demonstration purposes. Make your machine as large as you want. I'm going to have 50 gigabytes on the machine. We're going to click forward, call this Fedora 43 because that is the installation. I'm going to click finish, and it says virtual network is not active. You do want to activate that, and it should. Oh, here we go. Internal error connecting to. Okay. Yeah, permission denied. Okay. So in order to fix this, because I am dumb and I forgot to do this earlier, go into your second drive. Don't do what I'm doing. Don't be stupid. We're gonna open this in a new tab. ISOs. Take the Fedora ISO, go over to home. We're gonna put this on desktop. All right. And we're gonna do this again. File operations, yeah. So this is just all file operations have been complete. It's copying it over. So now we're gonna do this again, but instead of selecting the other drive, we're going to go under ISOs, which that's actually the directory on that. So it should be right here. Oh dear, hold on. Is Fedora? Oh, it's under desktop. There we go. All right. All right, Fedora. So again, same thing. 8096. 4 cores. Forward. 50 gigabytes. Forward. Fedora 43. Or you can really name your virtual machine anything you want. Make it memorable, I guess. Don't do what I'm doing. Or if you actually want to know like what distro you're installing, do that. If you check the customized configuration for install, you get a bunch of different options. This is really useful if you're working with a Windows or Mac OS VM and you need to change something. Not really super important now with inhibiting shortcuts, super escape. Yeah, okay. So now we're going to start the VM. We're actually going to full screen this. We go view. Scale display always. So actually it did this naturally. On certain distributions you're going to have to it will have only in full screen. You're going to need to scale it accordingly, which I guess that's fine. It's slightly annoying. One of the reasons I have a higher core count and memory count is it makes installing VMs easier. All right. So once you're on the Fedora desktop, so again, also GNOME, which is cool. It's got different, all these different applications you can use. But it's going to ask, welcome to Fedora Linux. This live media can be used to install Fedora Linux as a temporary system. Installation can be started at any time using the install icon in Activity. So we are going to install Fedora Linux. And this only takes a second. Honestly, installing a Linux distribution, it's pretty simple. So welcome, let's install Fedora now. So it's going to ask for your language. You got all these different languages. So if you don't speak English, as your first language, or you prefer to use another keyboard, you can do that. So we're going to click next. So VDA 53.7 gigs. That I think has something to do with the installation media being 3-ish gigs. Ignore that. It's going to say use entire disk. So we're going to click next. Encryption, secure your data with disk-based encryption, only classic partitions. So then it's going to ask for a passphrase or whatever. This is a VM, so I'm not going to do that. So we're going to click next. Review and install, erase data, and install. So this entire process really shouldn't take too long to do. As you can see, it's already installing software. So in the meantime, Coca-Cola break. Nice hit. One of the reasons I love Fedora as just a really great distro. Honestly, if you wanted to run Fedora Linux on bare metal, there's really, of course you can run it on bare metal. Most versions of Fedora are going to run beautifully, even on very low spec hardware. Like we're talking like 2-core machines, right? From the mid 2010s, like absolute E-waste bullshit. Fedora is going to run beautifully on that. Something else I love about Fedora is that it uses the RPM package manager, which that is the same package manager that server distros like CentOS, Rocky Linux, and of course, Red Hat Enterprise Linux use. So if you are interested in systems or you kind of just want to learn how that works, Fedora is an awesome distro to start. Also for just general usability, Fedora is great. It's extremely stable, just like Debian. Very stable. It rarely, if ever, has any issues with crashing or just general weird stuff, right? It doesn't do that. It's not like Windows or Mac OS or any of your other systems you're using. As you can see, I mean, I've pretty much just been talking this entire install process. I mean, it's quick. It's really quick, even on pretty slow systems. And if you do have a system that let's say that like your internet connection is not great, or you have a weird archaic network card that you have no idea where the drivers are. I know this is the case on Debian. I think this is also the case on Fedora. You can download a full distro package, right? Not the net install, like the full package that has a lot of those drivers built in. And it, oh my gosh, it makes your life so easy. So as you can see, we have successfully installed the system. So it's going to say exit to live desktop. And what we are going to do is we are going to reboot the system.